All right. Keon Brown here. Fish Friday, a special NCCU Live edition. I have Brittany B here. Brittany, can you hear me? Let's see.
I can see us.
There we go. We're live. We're live. I can hear you. How you doing, B?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I haven't seen you in so long. It's so crazy. So good to see you.
I know. It's been forever.
It has. It has. Well, thank you for doing this. Brittany B. I've known Brittany B for many, many years. I remember you back on the yard with Brittany B.
On the yard with Brittany B. Yes.
Tell us about that and when you graduated, and a little bit about you so people can know who you are.
Sure. So my name is Brittany Benson. People call me Brittany B. And I graduated from North Carolina Central in 2008. And yeah, I mean, I live in Atlanta, Georgia now. I am an entrepreneur, and I am just so happy to be able to celebrate with my Eagle family for this homecoming virtually. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being my co-host for tonight. We got a lot of stuff happening today. Let's go ahead and just bring in our first guest. You know, it's Fish Friday. Let's just, first of all, thank you guys for watching all over the planet. We're live on YouTube. We're on our Facebook groups. We're celebrating. We're kicking off the weekend. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Yes.
We're going to go, I think we're going to hopefully see somebody in South Africa. We've got some families. I think somebody might be getting their nails done, and we'll be going live at the nail salon.
Okay, nail salon.
We've got a local chapter president who is about to go into a alumni association membership drive, and we're going to talk to him about what he's up to. But right now, let's bring in, you remember her, Chef Carmen. Chef Carmen about to give us some fish fry 101 something. What you gonna give us tonight, Carmen? What's up?
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Hey, Carmen.
Hey, Eagle Pride is homecoming, y'all.
Yes. So we're doing Fish Friday in old NCCU fashion. What do you got to say about fish?
What do I have to say about fish? First of all, so, you know, homecoming, you know, it's all about everybody coming back to the yard. It's about seeing everybody who you haven't seen in years, you know, reconnecting with your undergrad friends. But the other thing that's important about homecoming is tailgating. And when you tailgate, you got to find that hot fish plate. Okay. So we are definitely going to talk about the importance of frying fish for homecoming. Okay. So that's what we're going to get into. Now, my company, we don't personally fry everything, but I'm going to do something special for y'all tonight. And I'm going to let you know that we're going to talk about frying fish because I'm still from the South and we get it in.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Well, let's also bring in, let me see if this is Keenan. We have our quarantine bartender here. Keenan, you in there?
I'm there. You got me?
Got you here. So this is Keenan James. We got Carmen, who's a chef who's going to talk about fish in a second. But first, can we get into these cocktails for the night? What do we got?
Well, you know, I was just talking, and we got the importance of tailgating. I mean, you got to think of sophistication, but you also got to figure out what you got available, and how to make it happen real quick. So we want to make sure you got some perfect, quick cocktails. From the DMV, I love NC, and one of the things that I always equate with North Carolina is sweet tea. So that's what we want to make sure is how we can efficiently use that sweet tea. And we can make some quick tailgate cocktails. We can talk about the entrepreneur there. We're talking about some 20 grand. If you haven't had 20 grand, it might not look what it talks about, okay? Because it's 20 grand gold. This is vodka infused with cognac, okay? We're talking about vodka infused with cognac. We're talking brown and white on Sunday night, okay? We're going to do it all. So we want to take just a little bit of that cognac. If you got a little sophistication at home, since you can do it virtually, you got yourself an ice ball, drop about 2 ounces of that 20 grand right on top of that. Make that happen. Take that 20 grand, top it off with a little bit of sweet tea. And of course, because you was there at Bojangles or Cookout or even Chick-fil-A, you ask for that lemon, get yourself a little lemon juice on top of that, squeeze that, and you got yourself a nice entrepreneur ready for that real simple couple ingredients that you can have to start out your tailgate experience.
Well, thank you so much. We're grateful for that, the entrepreneur. Let's pop that up really quick one more time for you guys. That's 20 grand gold, sweet tea, and lemon juice. That's very simple, Keenan. Thank you for keeping it simple.
It's all in the trunk of your car. I mean, it's my bad.
Thank you, sir. Brittany, what do you think about that, Brittany?
Listen, I'm like vodka and cognac. That's just you trying to have me laid out. I don't know if I can handle that one.
We can make it happen. It's easy to make it happen.
All right, I'm gonna try it out.
All right, Carmen, talk about what's your next thing about fish. Let's talk about it. Let's give some tips before we move on.
All right, I got a couple of tips. Now, we don't have enough time for me to actually fry the fish, but we're going to get straight into the point of what's important to get to that crispy golden brown fish for tailgate, okay? So the first one that we got to do, first, tailgate is a whole mood, okay? So what we need to do is we need to summons the ancestors, okay? We need to bring these ancestors with us from near and far to get us and get our minds right for this tailgate. So what we need to do is we need to make sure we got us some good liquor house music going, or something in the background that's got a little beat to it so that you can get into your right mindset to fry this fish. Nobody wants to have angry fish, therefore you need to be loose as a goose when it started, okay? Make sure you got your liquor house music going in the background, all right? Number 2, real G's use bone-in fish. We're not doing tilapia, we're not doing the whiting, we're not doing the perch. Man up, we trying croaker, baby. Your fish needs to have bones in it, okay? That's a real tailgate fish fry. All right. Make sure they got bones in there.
Carmen, why?
Why? Because there's more flavor. There's more flavor. When you have the fish that just has like the fillet, or you have something like a tilapia or a whitefish or something like that, there's no flavor in there. The fish with the bones, even catfish, you want to have the fish that has the bone in it because it has more of a fish flavor. And plus, that's that old school fish fry.
Yes, we got the catfish frying up over here.
Exactly. That's right. Get the catfish going. You got to have them bones in there, baby, because that's where all the flavor is. It's just like dark meat chicken. You got to have that bone. All right. After you do that, you got to make sure that you season your fish and season your flour or cornmeal. Okay. You have to do both. You can't just do one without the other. Okay. We in the South, we have soul food. Therefore, everything has to have flavor. But don't go crazy with your flavors. This is not fried chicken. You do not need 11 herbs and spices, okay? Salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little paprika, even a little, if you need a little help. See what I'm saying? They even got fish breader already out there. Zatarain's makes it. This is House of Autry. Great, perfect, people. You're halfway there, okay? Put the seasonings in there. Just make sure that you do both. Shake them up in that plastic bag. Get it all coated up there, and you're going to drop it in your grease. And since we're speaking of grease, you need to make sure that your grease is at least 350 degrees before you put your fish in there. If your grease is not hot enough, then your fish is going to sink straight down to the bottom, and it's going to be soggy. Nobody wants soggy fish. We want our fish fried hard, okay? So make sure that your grease is fried hard. That's it, baby. Make sure that your grease is fried this hot so that you can fry it hard. Also, but you have to watch your grease. So make sure you keep in touch with your beverages because you don't want your grease to get a little too hot because then your fish gonna burn up as soon as you put it in there. Okay, so we don't want that. So 350 to 375 is the perfect range to have that in there so that your fish can come out to that nice golden brown that we all looking for and that we love. Okay, so after you have your grease, once you get done, after that, there's 3 things that you gotta have with this hot fish, especially tailgate fish: white bread, mustard, and hot sauce. Okay, that's what you need. All the rest of that stuff, we don't even need it. We're gonna keep it real simple. And since we're speaking of hot sauce, let me go ahead and plug my hot sauce, Bow.
That's right.
I just so happen to have some on deck. If you're gonna do your fish right and you're gonna do some hot sauce, make sure you pick you up a bottle of Sweet Heat. Okay, we are selling 5-ounce bottles of Sweet Heat right here. You see at the bottom right here. Put something awesome in your mouth. Okay,
I know
that's what we're gonna do right there. Put that hot sauce on that fish, baby. So that's what's gonna go on there.
Oh, I have
all right
right here. He's doing our fish.
What's
do
up?
it right. You gotta do it right. Make sure you do the fish right.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Andre? What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, Carmen? What's up, Keon?
What's up, man? Thanks for taking care of Brittany over there. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes.
Squad. Squad. All right. Thank you, Chef Carmen. Can you tell us really quickly where your business and so we can plug that, please?
Absolutely. First of all, here we go, baby. We're Full Street Wings. We are a full service catering company and food truck. We are based out of Durham. However, we go everywhere. We do everything from birthday parties to baby showers to wedding receptions, divorce parties, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? We do it all. Private chef, meal prep, you name it. Kids cooking, virtual cooking, do everything. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything is at Full Street Wings. Full, not bull. I know we in the Bull City, but we're full. When you leave my street, you're full. Remember that.
All right, Chef Carmen, thank you for all of that. I hope that was helpful for everyone. It was definitely helpful for me. Fry it hard, no soggy. Make sure that the grease is hot, 300. Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, you got to have that. It's the thing. And then make sure you enjoy homecoming all the way through.
Absolutely.
All right, Carmen, let's go back to Keenan for the next drink, please, sir.
Awesome. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. Since we're hanging still at that tailgate, we want to make it simple. So we're going to make a quick, simple drink that we're going to take. And this is real simple. Two things that we all put together, sweet tea and lemonade. All right, usually put them together. We call it a Arnold Palmer. So you want to take that same 50-50 pour of sweet tea, about 2 ounces of sweet tea, about 2 ounces of lemonade. You want to top that off with about 2 ounces of Uncle Nearest. If you don't have it, get yourself some 1856, some 1884, some 1820 Uncle Nearest. There would be no Jack Daniels if there wasn't Nearest Green. So go ahead and grab yourself about 2 ounces of that Uncle Nearest. I got this 1856, and I'm gonna make sure I pour and overflow because it's homecoming. Go ahead and top that off. Garnish yourself with a little lemon. Ain't nothing but a little Uncle Arnold.
Uncle Arnold.
That looks yummy.
A little Uncle Arnold.
Uncle Arnold Nearest, huh? The Nearest Arnold.
Now we make it happen.
Thank you for that. I'm going to give it to Brittany. Thank y'all, Keenan James and Chef Carmen. Thank y'all for being here and setting us off right and getting homecoming tailgate right. Fish Friday has now begun. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank
Brittany.
you, guys. Thank you so much. I definitely am going to take those recipes and all those tips and put them to use. So shout out to you guys. I hope you guys are at home getting your fish, getting your drinks, whatever you need to get right for our virtual homecoming. Up next, we have a fact check with Kenza McFadden. So, hey, where's Kenza at? Hey. I think you're on mute.
Yes.
Hey.
Happy homecoming.
What you got for us this evening?
Yes, so thank you so much. So I am coming to you from the Philadelphia area. And the first fun fact check that I want to do, they beat the New England Patriots. And Jim Short, the defense coordinator, started his career working with the NCCU football Eagles team. So I'm not sure if our Eagles know that, but that's pretty major.
Nice.
Our football team.
Nice. I never would have even thought of that. That's amazing.
Yes.
What else you got?
I have my salmon cheesesteak that I'm saving the second half for until after to the second part of the show. And I'm just enjoying the show. I'm so excited about all the surprises and the guests we have coming up.
So tell us, like, when did you graduate? What was your major? Like, what are you currently doing in the Philadelphia area?
Absolutely. So I majored in athletic training and sports medicine. I graduated in 2004. I have a graduate degree in public administration in 2018. I'm a double, and I'm currently working in pharmaceuticals.
Okay, nice. So tell us, I'm kind of going off script, but tell us, like, one of your greatest memories at
Central. Thank you for asking that. You know, I could name so many. I think that one that comes to mind from last year is I participated in the golf tournament with my dad, who was a 1975 NCCU graduate. Wow. And not only did we play well, but we won the tournament.
Oh, yes. That's an awesome memory.
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Kenza, for the fact checks, sharing your memories. Shout out to you and your dad. And I hope you guys enjoy our virtual homecoming show.
Absolutely. Hey, Keon.
What's up, Kenza? thank you for all your support. Kenza is one of our main folks that are making this all happen. So thank you guys. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
My favorite moment at Central was attending football games and basketball games with friends and just socializing with classmates. I chose Central because I was inspired by my high school French teacher, who also attended Central in her college days before going abroad. And she definitely spoke highly of Central, and she was my go-to person in high school. So she was definitely influential in my decision to attend North Carolina Central University. I think that it's important for us to vote because our voice matters, our vote counts, and we need to elect officials in office who can address some of the concerns and issues we have as a community. That's why I think it's important to vote.
Hello, I'm Vicki Suggs-Jones, class of 1990, and I am here to be a part of history with NCCU 110 and answer a few questions. So the first question is impossible to answer. I mean, every single moment of my 4 years at NCCU were my favorite moments. But I will say that being an Eagle was so impactful on my personal, professional, academic, and spiritual development, and it is an experience I will never take for granted, nor will I, ever forget my time as an undergraduate student. The second question, why did I attend? I chose NCCU in part because both my parents attended. I grew up coming to homecomings. My grandparents lived in Durham, so we were here all the time, traveling down to see them. And also my grandfather worked at NCCU, so by the time it was, I was ready to go to college, it was pretty easy to come to that conclusion and attend. And finally, it is important to vote. For me, it's important to vote because I want to honor the ancestors and our forefathers and mothers for their ultimate sacrifice. Many of them gave their very lives for this right. They understood the agency of voting, the importance of voting, and the change it brings about. And my hope is that after the experiences of 2016, we will all be in that number every single election cycle going forward. Thanks again, and Eagle Pride always.
If I had to choose one memory from my amazing time at North Carolina Central University, it will be the night that Barack Obama was elected to be president. That night, campus was different. That night, we were all running around so energetic and so enthused because we knew we had just taken part in an election that would change the course of American history. That night is one of the reasons I decided to attend North Carolina Central. The family. North Carolina Central gives you such a family vibe. The professors take an interest in the students, and the university's commitment to truth and service is out of this world. Also, everyone, please remember to vote. Election day is November the 3rd. If you have a mail-in ballot, mail it in. If your state allows you to vote early, vote early. And if you show up on November 3rd and the lines are long, please do not get out of line. Every vote counts. We need everyone to do their part.
My most favorite moment at North Carolina Central University was spring 2003. During exam week, there was a campus-wide water fight. Brought everybody on campus, off campus together in the bowl area, just letting off steam and having a great time. And I chose North Carolina Central University for some of the same reasons. Because I'm a third generation Eagle, and when I used to walk the sloping hills and the verdant greens and watch the parades as a little kid, I knew that was the only place I could ever go. And it's important to vote because our communities can no longer stand by idly and let others make choices for us. The only way they're going to hear our voices is to vote. So we got to get out there. We got to make sure everybody else is out there voting too.
Come on, all those great Eagles that are sending in videos. Thank you so much. We are so overwhelmed with all of the videos. We're not going to be able to put all of them on this time, but I'm so grateful for the energy and the passion. We're going to put them on our Eagle NCCU live show until we finish them up. But we're so grateful for all of the support. I'm about to toss to Dr. Leroy Ray. I wanted to bring Kenza in because I'm sure that we can come up with a, sorry for getting you quickly like that, Kenza. But, Leroy, you got a story about Leroy? I got several.
Yes.
Hold on. He's can we One story, Kenza. You got, we got the family. Kenza, give me one thing about Leroy. One sweet thing about Leroy.
Leroy used to use his tennis racket as a Kappa cane.
I can see that. What's up, Dr. Leroy Ray?
Well, good, man. What's going on, man? We about to get ready to go swim. This is what homecomings look like. Even if I wasn't there. Kenza, there you go, right there. What you got? What you got right there? There you go.
That's it.
Somebody got to be responsible for the kids doing homecoming. So I'm responsible for the kids doing homecoming. So here we go.
All right, Leroy. So introduce your folks and tell us about who you are on the campus, when you came in, when you graduated, and a little bit about what you're doing now.
I got Peyton and I got Preston with me today. I'm about to get ready to go swim. So I'm gonna let them go get their clothes on, but I wanted to get my Eagles on. Go ahead. Oh, we got a candy, trick-or-treating. Homecoming always falls on trick-or-treating, so someone has to go trick-or-treating doing homecoming. Yeah, me, I came in 98, ran for a couple positions in SGA, lost. Thanks, Keon, appreciate it.
Before you go on, hold on. Let me get back in the screen. All right. So you need to explain that before you just throw me under the bus.
I don't know. Yeah, you did a good job. No, who we lost to, they cheated. They suppressed the vote. They took out voters. So I won't go into that. They really did suppress our vote and took out voters. Man. Then we lost about like 15 points. Who happened to be one of my best friends while on campus. So definitely shout outs to Stephanie D. Jackson. So that's my homie. And so it's just good to be here with you, Keon. This is a good thing that you're doing. Just wanted to say happy homecoming to everyone.
Well, Leroy, can you talk about what you're doing now? Dr. Leroy Ray, you're a professor and you're in education. Tell us a little bit about what kind of impact you're making in the culture right now.
Yeah, that's a good question, Keon. I'm actually working with Dr. Heath over in the Male Initiative program. What I'm doing currently is recruiting teachers, students to be teachers, especially men of color. And so Dr. Heath and I are trying to put together a program where I work at UNCA and he's at North Carolina Central. And we're trying to put together where we can recruit men through his male engagement initiative so that we can get men to be teachers. We know that we need teachers. COVID-19 is showing us that teachers are very important. And so that's kind of what I do. I teach some classes also, but I'm in charge of recruitment and retention for the western part of the state. And I also work with the Governor Cooper, on his task force when it comes to recruiting teachers of color.
Excellent work. And I think you're referring to Dr. Heath.
Dr. Heath. I don't say Dr. Heath. I don't say Dr. Heath.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He just, that was just trending right now. He just defended his dissertation and now he's achieved that goal.
All right. I've been saying it forever now.
Me too. Me too. Congratulations, Dr. Roger Heath from the Men's Achievement Center. Any questions you may have for Leroy before he goes trick-or-treating and swimming and all of that? Kenza?
No, we're going swimming tonight. Trick-or-treating is tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yes. Halloween. Kenza?
Leroy, congratulations on all you're doing. Keep up the good work.
All right. I'll tell Trish I said hello.
Please do.
Of course. Always.
I thought you were going to tell that story.
I thought about it, but it was too long. And the way you used to ask me repeatedly, I didn't want to share that one. But I'm glad to if you want to.
No, we do long. No, don't do that.
All right, man. Last thing. Why should people vote? What's the importance of the voting process and why should people vote in this election?
Man, I could go on for forever and why we should vote. Again, I like to start with the grassroots individuals, the people that vote at your house, then those who vote in your neighborhood, those who vote in your city, and then you're talking about your state, and then you start talking about your federal government. And so those are important. That's the level of voting. I know we're talking about a president that's impacting a lot of people. And the black male needs to get out and vote. We cannot let these smart ladies know something and we acting out here acting silly like we don't know what's going on. So we need to vote. Black men, we need to vote.
All right, Dr. Leroy. Somebody was in the comments saying his name is Leroy. Yes, and he's at UNCA, which is UNC Asheville.
Asheville.
So Yep, UNC Asheville. He is an NCCU graduate and making huge impacts for Black men and all students over there at UNCA. Thank you, Dr. Leroy Ray, for chiming in and saying what's up. Tell the family we said hello.
Right.
Eat pride. All right, dude. All right, Kenza. So I want to. Do you remember? Let me see if Jonathan is Jonathan Sherrill. He is an Army, or I don't know if he's in the Army, but he was in the Armed Forces. I want to bring him in a moment if he's ready. I want to get him in a moment. But he was stationed in Hawaii for a little while, living in Hawaii. And I thought that was really intriguing. And I know that we went to school together, so I want to get him on. He's on, but I want to make sure that he's available. So tell me, you in Philly, what's your favorite type of fish in Philly over there?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the whiting.
You gonna go with whiting? Yeah. That's what y'all eat in Philly, whiting? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you eating in NYC?
Well, I didn't have time to go get it because it is broadcast. But if I'm eating fried fish, I guess it is whiting. But I very rarely eat fried fish, so I prefer salmon. So that's the kind of fish that I like. Sauteed spinach and all kind of accoutrements with my salmon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, that's fancy. I'm a fan of salmon as well. I have a salmon cheesesteak waiting for me. Let me do some shout outs.
Please do.
Out Team Hudson, Floyd and Tia Hudson tuning in right now from Pittsburgh. Shout out to Little Floyd, Dylan, Brado, and Miles. I know they're tuning in right now. Tia and I are good friends, and her and Floyd are doing well in Pittsburgh. So shout out to Team Hudson.
Come on, Pittsburgh, Hudson. Come on. In the chats, we got Brittany B's in the chat. We got Kenza McFadden. Hey, got somebody over here for you. Golden Eagle class of 69 is on the line. Hello, class of 69. And of course, Full Street Wing. What'd you say?
I was saying hello.
Hello. We're just looking at the chat. Raven Arnold.
What's your favorite homecoming memory?
Me? You know what?
Yeah.
Right, it's just me and you. I don't know. I think for me, it's always going back and seeing whoever you're going to see. You never know who's going to be there. So it's always a surprise to see everybody. And I just love seeing people's growth and hearing what they're up to more recently. And I don't know. It's all the same for me. Every time there's a surprise to see who I'm going to see. And I love Founders Day, the Founders Day convocation. After the convocation every Friday morning, we go to the statue. The Masons and the Kappas, they do a slight ritual there where we sing the hymn and just really honor James E. Shepherd. So I love that part. How about you?
Definitely the golf tournament last year. I think just the camaraderie and the fellowship and the love that you feel. There's such a sense of joy that comes with homecoming. Definitely when the band plays, it's always the win when we win the football game. So getting in the bowl, singing with shout out to Alpha Lambda, spring 2002. So singing the songs, it's a great time.
Excellent. Look, I'm gonna jump over. Let me see if Jonathan is in while you're here. I don't want to. Jonathan, You there? Jonathan, we're live with Jonathan Sherrill in DC. Jonathan, you there? Get on there, Jonathan. We're waiting on you, man. There we go.
All right, I'm here. Hi, how you doing, Keon?
What's up? All right, Kenza, I'm gonna talk to Jonathan, man. Thank you, Kenza. We'll be back with you soon, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Oh. Hold on. There we go. There you go. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Man, so good to see you, man. This is just like homecoming all over again. You never know who's going to pop in. And I'm grateful that you popped in, man. Thank you for your service. Tell us what you've been up to since graduation.
Absolutely. So since graduated from ROTC, I graduated in 2004. Been in the military, served numerous locations, numerous assignments, multiple deployments overseas. I'm currently stationed in DC, living up in Marlboro, Maryland with my family, and I'm the operations officer for Army Corrections Command. So I saw that you had Keon on earlier. You know, he was one of the upperclassmen at my time there at NCCU that was part of the ROTC program, and good to see that his law enforcement background has served as some inspiration to my military career.
Oh man, Keenan, I'm sure that he would. I hope he's hearing this because he's actually working with Noble now there in DC. So absolutely, I'm grateful to hear that. Tell us about your matriculation and maybe an important moment at NCCU for you.
Absolutely. So my getting to NCCU, I was there for a recruiting trip for football, and I was welcomed in by the coach, the staff. Luann was definitely an inspiration when she served at the admissions center there. I had to have a talk with her and turn in my application, and I fell in love with the institution shortly after my first visit there. Some of the memories that I have there, definitely on the football field, serving in the military now, you can definitely appreciate the leadership skills, the athletic ability, the hardships that you had to go through serving there on the football fields, and you appreciate that now in the service.
Yeah, absolutely. And Luann always gets shout outs. Hopefully she'll be able to chime on sometime tonight. But we love Luann, man. I miss her all the time. I remember there's a couple voices, Sarah Bell Lucas, Luann, and a couple other people just in your ear. Read, and so many other things.
And one more thing on that before we go. So at the time that I was at Central, the head coach, Coach Trey Oliver, he was my position coach. Wow. And to see that how we keep it in the family at NCCU, you know, he was one of those players that I looked up to as an athlete there, and then to have him as a position coach, and now to see him as a head coach, I truly appreciate that experience and being able to see the legacy continue there.
What does that mean to you to see our athletic program really booming here in 2020, and what that does for the university? How does that make you feel?
Oh, that makes me feel great. I mean, seeing NCCU athletics grow from where it started when we were there to where it is now, the achievements that we accomplish, you know, not only on the field, on the courts, but also academically and in the world and in society. I mean, it makes me feel great to see that we have leaders that are coming up off of the field and into society and making it a better place.
Last question, Jonathan. What would you say to these young folks who are on campus right now, kind of experiencing an abridged kind of experience, if you will, of the sloping hills and verdant green? What would you say to them today?
Yeah, I would tell them to be encouraged. I mean, in my society and where we've been as a country, you know, I've spent past 15 years in war. Right. So I've seen the ups and downs, the challenges there. This is another challenge. Right. It is going to define them as individuals on how they overcome. So look beyond kind of what you're seeing now. Stay encouraged. See it as an opportunity that you can succeed, redefine yourself, and find success and opportunity.
Man, Jonathan, and your last name's Sherrill, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Jonathan Sherrill, thank you, my classmate. Thank you for logging on, man. Thank you for watching and supporting. And I hope that you get active, get with Keenan, and get in there in that DC chapter and get active, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Happy homecoming, brother.
Thanks, brother.
All right. That was Jonathan Sherrill, man. So great to see people who are serving in our community and our armed forces. So grateful for him. Thank you for everyone who is logging on. We got a special guest coming up in about 5 minutes. I see them. They're on. So we got 5 minutes for a very special guest. You might need to tell everybody that you know to jump on here. We're grateful for who's about to hop on here. This is an exclusive. We're really, really grateful for that. Brittany, I want to bring Brittany back in. Let me see if I can get Brittany Benson back on. Brittany, you over here? Hold on. Let me see if I can get Brittany. Brittany.
Hey.
Okay, there you go. I am
here. No, I'm still here.
How's it going over there in hot Atlanta? What's the fish looking like?
It's looking good. Andre, I guess he's taking a break, but the fish is done. I tasted the fish. The fish is good. We're waiting on the fries now. So I'm going to show y'all my plate when it's done.
Well, look, we have a very special guest coming up very, very soon. But before we go there, I just want to talk to you quickly about your experience at NCCU and how you got into branding and how your career kind of launched out. You're doing really well with the branding bar. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So I really commend, Central. I mean, that's where I learned who I am. I learned, how to be a grown up, on the yard. I learned my hustle on the yard. I always just kind of been a dreamer, right? And for many of you that know me or don't know, I started my broadcasting career at North Carolina Central. I wanted to be a television host, and that kind of didn't pan out, but I was always getting asked questions like, how did you meet such and such? And I was always just on social media, right? Long story short, I went and got my master's degree, and I came up with my social media agency, The Branding Bar. And so I am a full-time entrepreneur. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia. And basically what I do is I help entrepreneurs brand themselves and their businesses online. It's really fun. We help create content. I manage social media pages. We grow pages. We promote small businesses. So I'm really happy. I mean, I feel like I probably wouldn't be doing what I am if I didn't have the experience I had at Central. And so I definitely, contribute a lot of my growth and success to being there.
Man, and I'm so proud of you because I remember just how active you were and how you were very committed to doing this work. Even back then it was broadcast, but you were still committed to the career that you currently have. So I really commend you, and I'm proud of you for that. Just congratulations.
Thank you, Keon. I appreciate that. Yes, I mean, listen, look what I have on my desk. Let me show you. Do you remember this?
Uh-oh. That's an award. Oh, wow, yes. That's an SGA award.
Yes, and it's super heavy. And it was given, I believe you gave it to me. It's like my freshman year.
Wow.
Being a part of SGA and running around. I mean, I did pretty much a little bit of everything at Central, right? So, but I have some memories with that one. It's sitting on my desk.
Well, you know what? The first thing, that heavy award means that we do not spare any expense.
Cost.
Correct.
No expense spared at all.
For the powerful and ambitious Eagles. You got to have the copper eagle head. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Brittany, we're going to come back to you in a moment. We're going to get teed up for our next guest, so we're going to be back with you in a second, all right?
All right.
All right. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany B. I can't believe it. Brittany B. in Atlanta. And hopefully she'll get Andre and the squad on there as well at some point. Kenza, I got 1 minute before we bring in our guest. I want to bring Kenza back in. Kenza, I want to talk to you about the Alpha Lambda chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I want to shout them out because you guys always are so supportive of this broadcast and me and what we're doing here. I want to first say that they submitted a video that we probably won't have on today. Has some steps, some footage from step shows. I saw it. We're probably not going to be able to get on it, but we're going to put it on our next broadcast for NCCU Live. So I wanted to say that in the forefront to thank you for always supporting me and supporting these efforts, Kenza.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me and having us. And shout out to Alpha Lambda. I know they are tuned in. Courtney, Thierry, Atia Simmons. So shout out to
Yeah. And from our last show, remember, what was the lady? I don't have it in front of me, but she is a new provost and vice president for academic affairs at West Virginia University.
yes.
I don't have it in front of me, but we talked about it in our last show. I'm very, very excited about that. And of course, we had Dr. Terry Rowland on the show.
Yes.
They were out for her. Major. From
89, and yes, her line sisters were showing her so much love in the comments, and she's doing awesome work out in Ohio, continuing the legacy of her beautiful mother, Nancy Rowland. So yeah, it was great to have Terry on the show.
All right, thank you, AL, for your support. We're gonna go to thank you, Kenza. We'll be back to you soon for another fact check and more. All right.
Good.
All right, Kenza McFadden, thank you. So I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. I'm just going to go ahead and bring them in so you guys can see them. we're talking about living legends. We're talking about people whose names are on buildings at NCCU. We want to bring them in now. There they are. This is June and Mickey Michelle. How are you folks? Eagles.
Well, we're fine. We're having a little technical difficulty here, but otherwise we're doing good.
Well, we can see you and hear you, so thank you
great,
for jumping on. We'll start with
great.
You look good. You sound good.
Well,
thank you. So happy homecoming. This is exciting.
Yes. June, Miss June, when did you graduate from NCCU?
75, and actually I am celebrating my 45th anniversary.
45th. I mean, that's 5 years from golden, Miss June.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm looking forward to it. Also, my sister is actually in this class, and they'll be recognized next year.
Excellent, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And
I graduated 1952.
1952.
1952. And that's when I graduated undergraduate school. I graduated law school in 1964.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, you're a Golden Eagle, of course, and of course, you've had so many years of service to the state of North Carolina and abroad. What is your favorite memory from NCC, Representative Mashaw?
That's a good question. There's so many of them because I lived in the neighborhood.
Yes.
I grew up in the neighborhood. Dr. Shepard's mother lived right outside our door. She used to bake me walnut cookies every now and then. But I guess having grown up and met the folks that Dr. Shepard brought in to the community, people like Marion Anderson and Roland Hayes and John Hope Franklin, E. Franklin Frazier. There are many, many things I can recall about being in the community and being at school. I guess my highlight, though, is being on the first tennis team North Carolina Central ever had in 1948.
Excellent.
Yes,
excellent.
And my highlight was being majorette for 4 years and head majorette for 2 years.
Wow. That's like an exclusive. I didn't know that, Ms. Michelle.
Yes, so I was very happy to represent the university.
Excellent, excellent. So my next question is, why is it important for people to vote in this election? We'll start with Ms. Michelle. Why is it important for people to vote?
Why is it important for people to vote?
Yes, sir.
Because your life depends on it. One vote can make a big difference. And what you got to realize is that you have an opportunity to select your leadership. And if you don't take advantage of that opportunity, you don't have anybody to blame for what happens to you but yourself for not carrying out that vote. It's an honor and a privilege. And as hard as many of us fought to get it done, we can't afford to lose the opportunity to cast a vote, particularly when we pick our leadership. It's important. It's extremely important. And folks died for that. Folks went to jail for that. Folks did everything for, particularly for African Americans, to have that right to vote. The reason you've got what you've got down there on Fayetteville Street now, that school, is because of the progress that was made when African Americans started getting jobs or getting elected to positions where they were sitting in the boardrooms and not the bathrooms.
Ditto. Absolutely.
Well, also
One
on
vote makes a difference.
Yes, absolutely. Also on Fayetteville Street is the Mickey Michelle School of Education building. How does it? Well, it's not really on Fayetteville Street, but it's there. How does it feel to have your name on a building at your alma mater?
I never wished it that way, never saw it that way, but I stayed in the legislature for about 39 and a half years. And one of the primary things that I concentrated on was getting funds to historically Black colleges and universities. I like to brag about the fact that I have seen every building on that campus go up except 3. And of the last 10 or 15 buildings to go up, I had a part in getting the funds from the state to do it, the ones that were paid for with state funds. So I guess maybe that was why somebody decided my name ought to be on one of them. I always said, you know, you name buildings after dead folks. I wasn't dead yet. And I said, if I do something wrong, you're going to want to take my name off of it. No. But anyway, that's what happened, I guess.
Well, that's a part of it. We're just grateful that you've done all the work that you've done, and we honoring you in that way. So we're grateful for you. What'd you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. My last question goes to the First Lady of the House, Mrs. Michelle. Why is it that Black women are so important in the election process, not in the world, in the earth, on the planet, of course, but specifically for the vote? Why are Black women so important, and what are your thoughts?
Well, I think that when you think about us being equal, I think that's why we're very important. You know, our vote is a vote just like everybody else's vote, and we can make a difference as well.
All right, we're going to leave it there. So grateful for you guys, June and Mickey Michelle. Legends, I say living legends from NCCU. So grateful for you to jump in with us today. Happy homecoming. We miss you, and we hope to see you very soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, take
Bye-bye.
care. All right. Now that was incredible. That was Representative Michelle and his wife June. Thank you for jumping in. I'm going to pass it over to my co-host, Brittany B. You there?
I am here.
All right, and I also want to bring in, I think Dr. Kimball is here. Doc, let's bring him in, and I'm gonna jump off. We got some people who are trying to get on. I'm trying to help them out. Let me see, Brandon Kimball. There he is, Doc.
Hi.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Good. Happy homecoming.
Same to you.
So, Dr. Kimball, let's introduce yourself and tell us where you are before we get into it.
Well, Brandon Kimball. Please, you don't have to call me Doc. I actually go by Brother Kimball. I'm in the Richmond, Petersburg area, Virginia. Right now, I am in education, a professor at Virginia State University, and recreation and sport management.
Nice. So tell us about the NCCUAA membership drive.
Tonight we're actually collaborating with the Hampton Roads. We actually working with the Hampton Roads chapter tonight to just bring some folks into the association. It's very important that when we graduate, that we come back and join the Alumni Association so that we can give back our time, talent, and treasure.
Absolutely. And when did you graduate?
I actually graduated in 2008. I was in the master's program. I heard that you also graduated in 2008. I'm surprised we ain't bumping into each other. I spent a lot of time with some of the undergraduates because when I was in undergrad at St. Paul's College, I was a student athlete, so I didn't have much time to intermingle. I took full advantage when I got to Central.
Yes, I graduated in 2008, the best class ever.
Indeed.
So tell us, I know you talked about the membership drive, but what are some of the perks? If people wanted to know, why should they be involved?
Well, again, aside from being organized, we are directly dealing with corporations trying to, bring funds into to the university, and then on the backside there's some benefits. The corporate sponsors oftentimes will give you a discount, for example, on your insurance, life insurance to be exact. And so, just that the impact that you can make collectively, this year we're saying stronger together. So, it's hard to do something, by yourself. So the association gives us a a platform to be organized in order to make change and have our voice heard.
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, just life insurance in general, that perk, everybody needs that. You can't get around that. So that's good. So talk about, okay, your experience at Central. Like, what was your most memorable homecoming or just experience period on the yard?
Oh man, it was so many. I don't know if I could pinpoint one. I thought about that early in the week. I can remember field goal kicker kicking like a 50-yard field goal. You were probably there at that time. Played against Elizabeth City. That was, we had a blast after that game. That was probably one of those times I was up till about 4 or 5 in the morning. I then tried to go to church the next morning. But my parents, my sister, cousins all went to Central. So that was just beautiful to me to share that bond with them. And so every homecoming, my parents would come back and spend time with me during homecoming at our alma mater. And so that was probably, some of my fondest memories was spending time with them on the yard and knowing that we had that shared bond.
Yes, I love it. Central is bringing all the family together. I'm hearing a lot of those stories. That's amazing. So do you have your fish? Where's your fish?
Well, I don't think you want me to pull it out, but if you're ever in Virginia, you stop by the Kroger spot. You probably can't see it there, but I'm devouring it.
I can see it a little bit.
A little bit. So you're in Virginia. I think they have a location in the Tidewater area, Richmond, Petersburg, the Kroger spot, Black owned, of course.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate you tapping in and telling us about the great things that the membership program is doing, and hopefully some people will be in contact to get involved.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you for having me on. Class of 2008, the best class, yes. Keon. Always a pleasure to be in the room with you, my brother.
Likewise, even if it's virtual, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Brittany, what'd you think about that?
I mean, I think that's great work that the NCCUAA, organization is doing. I mean, it's another way for, alumni to be involved and just people that love the school in general. So I think that's great work.
Well, we have a couple of people in our backstage, one including the president of the National Alumni Association, Ms. Tamika Bowden. Let's bring her in. We can talk together for a moment, if that's okay, Brittany.
Absolutely.
All right, let's bring her in. All right, there she is. Tamika, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? It's homecoming.
Hey, Tamika. Happy homecoming.
So Tamika, talk to us. We just had Dr. Kimball on. He's about to have a membership drive in his local area. What does that mean to you, and how can we, kind of replicate that maybe all over?
Yeah, it's awesome that he's doing a membership drive during homecoming, because the stories that everyone has been telling, I feel like we all can identify with those stories that have been told this evening around homecoming. Membership is really important. We all need to connect to the university. We all love the university. The best way for us to connect the university is to stay in touch with one another. So I think membership drives and opportunities for us to connect directly with alumni are always exciting opportunities. And even like this opportunity you guys are bringing together to pull alumni to tell about how much they love the university, but also to show support for one another and for students that are there, I think is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and talk about your presidency. Congratulations on being elected president of the National Alumni Association at NCCU, breaking barriers, breaking back glass ceilings. How is it, and how's it been?
Well, thank you for riding shotgun with me on this adventure. First and foremost, it has definitely been super exciting, super duper lots of work, but I'm super excited to work directly for the alumni and to put a fresh perspective on what it means to be a part of the association. We have three pillars. We want to show care for one another and for the university. We want to connect with every alumni that's out there, whether you graduated in 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or still working on it. Whether you've done anything from 20, 2 classes or more, we want to definitely connect with you. But then we also want to give more back to the university. Tuition keeps on rising. As they used to say in New York, the rent's too damn high. Like tuition keeps going up, and so therefore we need to raise more dollars. So everything we're doing this week is definitely to give money back to the students. So therefore we can try to help to lessen that load, because we all know what student loans look like. And they can be a burden if you don't have support. And we want to definitely set our students up with success to be able to get a job that allows them to pay back their loans quickly.
Yeah, thank you. I heard an amen corner when we talked about student loans. Brittany.
Student loans is real.
I'm like, yes, child, they are real.
Yes, and like the other day, listening to the University of I think tuition is like $27,000. It's like, good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna give you the last word. We got a robust schedule, and I'm so grateful for you allowing us to do this, and the partnership with the Alumni Association to just really honor alumni, raise money, get more people involved. What are your final words for this Friday of homecoming?
Get involved, definitely. However you see fit, get involved. Whether that's join the association, jump into one of the parties that's first happening virtually. Just give a couple of dollars at everyeagle.everyyear.com or give directly to the association. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. So however you can get involved, as Brandon said, your time, talent, and treasures, we definitely want them. So however you choose to get involved, we'll accept it.
All right, Madam President Tamika Bowden, the president of the National Alumni Association at NCCU, thank you for being here, and happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming to you guys too. Eagle Pride.
Happy homecoming. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're kind of going off a little bit. We got a couple people in our waiting room. We're gonna jump in, guys. Thank you so much for being patient in our backstage. Brittany, you are frozen currently on my screen, just so you know.
I'm frozen still?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna get with Yazira, and then we're gonna get back to you after. We're gonna try to catch up on our list. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
All right, Brittany B, thank you. Let me get Brittany out of here. Love Brittany. So grateful for her jumping in with us. I'm so excited for this next guest. She'll tell you all about it. She's a Grammy-considered artist. I'm so grateful to say that. She got her start right at NCCU, our powerful arts program, our music program. I remember her doing background for Erykah Badu, and then most recently been on tour with Madonna, but she's going to talk about her stuff and what she's got going on. Let's bring in Yazira, Purple St. James.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Excellent, man. Excellent. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. We have some technical difficulties, so we're not going to be able to play the track on this broadcast, but we'll definitely play it.
No worries.
Can you talk to us about, number one, how are you?
I'm blessed. I'm happy, enjoying what it's like to be able to enjoy my family and sit at home for the first time in like 6 years. So, and taking every day as a blessing.
Yes. And
how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm fine. There's no complaints. I could complain, but I won't. I'm grateful for these moments and having opportunities like this to be with people like you and all the people that have been a yes for this vision. And NCCU is so special, and I wanted to do this because of people like you. What does NCCU mean to you?
For me, NCCU was a refuge and a nurturing space. I actually was really lucky. A bunch of my friends and I were in a band together, coming to Central from Duke Ellington School of Performing Arts, and we all got full scholarships to go to Central. Central will love you at your best and at your worst.
Yes.
So I finished my freshman year with a GPA that I will not speak of. And Central still loved me and allowed me to have a second chance, and I ended up making Dean's List for the duration of my time at Central. Central is where I started my career. Central is where I met Chip Shearing and Dr. Brenda Hamden, and started making the music that people know me for today.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, so talk about the music, talk about what's happening and what's happening now, and then what's coming soon.
Yes. There's so much happening now, and there's also a whole bunch coming soon. What to talk about first? Right now, I'm about to release, in fact, my first project in 10 years, which is called The Ceremony. And it's a personal record for me. I think that I'm 42 years old now, 42 years young,
Yes.
not cracking. And I've learned a lot, and I put what I learned into these songs, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the juicy. And it's The Ceremony. And presently, I just released a live EP to kind of give people a teaser of what they might hear on The Ceremony. And it's actually going really well. I shot it live in Paris with a friend of mine named T. Michael Berrigan, who's been featured in Vogue, in GQ, very amazing Ghanaian fellow. And a lot of people don't know that I'm Ghanaian American. And we met actually on Instagram. I'm one of 16 children, so I hit him up one day because he looks just like my dad or like my people. So I wondered, might he be my brother? You know, my father was a very charming man. So I hit him up.
Obviously.
Quite charming, Ghanaian man. And so I hit him up and I said, you know, I think we might be related. You could be my brother or your people, Lakan or the Ashanti. And we deduced after some study that we were not family, but we were soul family. And he invited me to perform in all of his flagship stores all over the world. So he has Japan, he has Paris, Piccadilly Circus in London, and his store in Paris is almost like a church. It feels more like a shrine. It's a very peaceful and really beautiful place. And at the time, I was touring with Madonna and just needed a place to kind of release what I did and remember that I'm still Yazara and I still have stuff to give, which is something you can forget when you're midwifing other people's things. And so, which is okay. We can midwife, but we shouldn't forget our own dreams, you know, especially for me. I was just about to release The Ceremony when I got the call to take the job from Madonna. So, you know, I was kind of ready to jump out of my own gate, and I was there singing background again. And I just needed to fill myself up. And I also, what I did not know is that I was also suffering from COVID. And so when I did this performance, I was performing from a stool, battling excessive bleeding from fibroids, real Black woman stuff, pushing through physically at my weakest, singing from a stool, which is something anybody who's ever seen me perform would never see me do. You know, I'm usually up and really using my body as a physical instrument on stage. But this time I had an opportunity to just tap into the source, which was my voice. And it just so happened that the band I used was incredible. They had an engineer who recorded the entire performance, which never happens, and it sounded great. It sounded beautiful. It sounded like me, which is something very, very rarely have people had an opportunity to hear me live on recording, and people have been asking for it. So I said, well, why not? And some people's favorites on there. Starship is on there. I did an amazing cover of Yes, Live. I did an amazing cover of Purple Rain with Madonna's longtime collaborator and guitarist, Monty. And just poured my heart into some really great music and some of the songs that you're going to hear on the new project that I've been just workshopping live. So I'm very excited about people hearing it. It's getting a lot of love, and you can get it now on Bandcamp, and within the next 3 weeks, it'll be available through Apple Music, Spotify, and the others. I just did Bandcamp because they've been so supportive to artists. And on Fridays is on Bandcamp Fridays, which is today, Friday. You can download it, and I get all that money. So if you are looking for something to listen to tonight, check out Cedar and Sage, which is my live EP.
Cedar and Sage, and this is Yazara, Purple St. James. I'm telling it all.
Yazara Oduro. Yes.
Come on, Oduro. Yazara Oduro.
Yes, it's short for Oduro Porton. So that's my Ghanaian last name, and I'm walking in that, you know, at this time. So thank you. So Bandcamp, come see me. And then coming up soon, I'm starring for 3 movies in a trilogy called Protector of the Gods. And Hill Harper is one of the producers, along with Diana Ross's daughter, Rhonda Ross. And I will be making my acting debut as the goddess Sekhmet. It'll be the first all Black casted action adventure film shot between Egypt. Well, we're still working that out now that the world has closed.
It might be Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta.
It It very well could be, and that would be incredible. Actually, I'm actually considering moving to Atlanta now that it's becoming Hollywood South. And the truth is, I'm here in New York and I love it, but I still miss the beauty of the South. It's God's country, so we'll see. But soon we should be starting shooting for Protector of the Gods, and I'm also actually acting as one of the producers and assisting with the score. So it's been awesome to be in company with the director, whose name is Kamiko Tarnez, who is also an artist. And just seeing the images, they're coming up with a comic book. So I just recently got to see myself as a comic book character, which was bananas. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to see you. It's glad you're here in New York. I gotta see you in New York. But
please.
Thank you. All the best to your family. We're going to debut Yazra's Norwegian Rain, which we're going to play tonight. But we're going to debut that with her blessing on our channel so that NCCU can see what you're up to. And we will be in touch. So thank you. Happy homecoming, virtual homecoming, and eat some fish if you so inclined.
Oh, I had fried fish today, but also the song that I sent you is called Legend.
Legend.
So, and it's about us all finding that personal space in ourselves where things are all right and balanced. Sometimes we forget who we are. So check that out. And it's shot at Norwegian Rain.
There it is. There it is. Thank you for that, sis. Much love. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
All right. Come on, Yazra. This is incredible. You're talking about some straight up talented folks that we have in our world, in our Eagle world. So please support Yazra on the Bandcamp. We'll make sure that you have that link. Let's jump right into is Nikki Davis Green. We got Nikki Davis Green coming up in a moment to talk about membership. We were just talking about membership in the NCCU Alumni Association. Let's see if she's available. Nikki Davis Green, she's not available currently. Let's jump into, we got it. I'm going to pass this on to my co-host, Brittany B. Let's see if we can get Brittany B in. No, I have Nikki. Let me get Nikki in because I want to make sure we get Nikki in. Nikki Davis Green. Hey, Nikki Davis Green. How are you? No, can't hear you. This technology. What's this? This thing done now froze. All right, Nikki Davis Green.
Okay, what about now?
There we go. Come on, Eagles.
I called myself trying to stop my camera for a minute so I could just put on a little lip gloss while you were finishing with Yazra, and then I just messed everything up. I should have just left it alone. And I had to reapply my lip gloss because I did what I was told. I got my fish. I got my hot sauce. I am ready. So fish is, I am running, just been running all day, but I will let you know that I had my whole entire staff participate in Fish Fridays. We brought a food truck to my office today, and he served fried fish and wings. And I wore my Eagle shirt, and everybody got this Eagle pride. So Fish Friday it is for the whole city of Charlotte Solid Services Department. So this is what we got.
Yes, Charlotte. Well, we got about 4 minutes with you, so I want to make sure I maximize it. You are the membership chairperson for the National Alumni Association at NCCU. Let's jump right down to business, and then I'll get to how NCCU found you and the softball stuff. But how do people join the NCCU Alumni Association, and why should they do so?
So listen, very simply, nccualumni.org/membership. Again, that's nccualumni.org is our website. /membership will take you directly to the membership page. We need you to be one. We are looking for all of our Eagles to join the Alumni Association. Joining your Alumni Association is just vitally important. We are not just trying to get your alumni dues, I promise. There are so many benefits and advantages to joining your Alumni Association, not only for you, but for the university. Not only are you joining a network of over 37,000, former Eagles, people don't realize that alumni associations actually help to raise the profile of the university. One little known fact is that alumni engagement is actually used as one of the criteria for university ranking. So when you look at U.S. News and World Report, and it's like, well, A&T is the number one HBCU, in their mind, it's because their alumni engagement may look a little better than ours because the number of people they have in the Alumni Association or the number of people that are giving. So we need to get our numbers up so that it truly reflects our Eagle pride. I know we have it. I see it online on social media. I see it on the yard, but we need to really start putting our money and our resources where our mouths are and join the Alumni Association. I mean, again, it goes to fund alumni scholarships. Also institutional advancement. We're able to help, with projects on campus. And then, basically, Keon, at the end of the day, a seat at the table. The more people that we have in the Alumni Association, the stronger our voice when it comes to sitting down with university officials and the administration and saying, hey, this is what our vision is for the university. And this is what we'd like to participate in. And so we need you. We need every single one of you out there to be one. nccualumni.org/membership. We need you to join.
Absolutely. And, that's so important that you said that, funders often ask, what is the alumni giving? I love that you brought that up. It's very important that alumni know that when the university goes out and asks for the big dollars, the first thing those funders that have the big dollars say is, what is the statistics of your alumni giving?
That's right.
So it's very, very important for us to really step up in that way. Yes. Nikki, how did NCCU find you?
So, I tell my story all the time. I am a second generation Eagle. My parents met on the steps of Eagleton Hall.
Wow.
So I say all the time, truly NCCU is the reason why I'm here. My parents met at Central. Had they not, I may not be here. So that is how NCCU, again, both my parents, my family has a very strong foundation at Central. Some of my mother's brothers and sisters, all of my mother's brothers and sisters, and actually my father's brother are HBCU educated. So Central has always really been a part of my life. This is, what I've always known. We grew up going to the CIAA. Central was in the CIAA from as long as I can remember. My mother and grandparents would dress us up and grease our faces and take us to the CIAA tournament. So, we grew up really with HBCU pride in our, just kind of in our genes. And even when I got to go to college, I remember I said, I'm either going to go to Central or I'm going to go to A&T. I was leaning towards Central. And Nancy Rowland, those of you kind of in the 90s know about Nancy Rowland, called me one night to tell me that I had been accepted to Central and that, I was also going to be offered a Chancellor Scholarship. Me being bad, I'm like, well, thank you, I appreciate you. And, I'm still weighing my options and, I'm looking at A&T as well. She said, and I quote, has A&T called you to tell you they're going to give you a full ride scholarship? On the phone. And so that was it. So I became an Eagle that day.
Come on, Eagle.
That's right. That's right. So that is how NCCU found me. I've never left it.
All right. We're leaving it there. Nikki Davis Green, thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely.
NCCUalumni.org. Enjoy your fish.
Y'all get this fish.
Come on. And we will see you soon. Happy homecoming, Nikki Davis Green.
You too. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. All right, we're going to jump into, let's see what we got here. Nikki's still here. Let's jump into, all right. Sorry, guys. I'm over here trying to do it live and direct. Check out one of these videos that some of our Eagles sent us recently. Check it out.
What's up, everybody? I'm in Eagle Land. I'm representing the greatest HBCU on the planet out here from the West Coast. It's my backyard. So, a few things. Reason why I chose NCCU, they gave me a full ride scholarship. Thank you. Cheatham White before the Cheatham White. Second thing, my favorite memory of being on the yard at NCCU was a 1040 break freshman year. Out here with the video camera, filming all the fly honeys, kicking it with my peoples, getting the free CDs, getting the free t-shirts. Definitely love that. And the reason why it's important to vote this year, if you haven't recognized, 2020 is one of the craziest years. So make sure you get out there, get to the polls and vote. Your voice, your vote matters. So anyway, this is Pablo out here from the West Coast, LA chapter. That's what it is. Happy homecoming.
Michelle Johnson White here, class of 1990. My favorite moments at NCCU were the times that I was on the football field and on the basketball court cheering on my NCCU Eagles. Those were great times and so much fun. Those were the best. I chose NCCU because it's in my DNA, literally. my dad, his baby brother, his first cousin and their wives, my first cousin who attended while I was there, are all NCCU Eagles. I also got a 4-year academic scholarship, so that made the choice very easy. It is important to vote because we are blessed to be a part of a democracy, at least for the time being, as we see it eroding away right before our very eyes. So I don't take for granted being a part of a democratic society. Also, because my ancestors bled and died for my right, and I'm not going to squander that for all they did to allow me to have a voice and a say in how my life is run by those who govern.
Eagle family, this is Dr. Karen Davis, class of 1998 and 2001, bachelor's in child development and master's in communication disorders. In celebration of homecoming, I have been tasked to complete 3 statements. So here it goes. Number 1, my favorite moment at NCCU was my freshman year, the epic campus-wide snowball fight. That was too much fun. Number 2, I chose NCCU, and I'm going to say what confirmed that I had made the best decision was attending the early orientation program, EOP. And lastly, number 3, it is important to vote because our lives depend on it. Our ancestors died for us to have that right, and we should exercise it. Much love, Eagle family. Happy homecoming, 110 years, Eagle Pride.
Greetings and good morning. My name is Dr. Amy Linder, and I just wanted to reflect on some of my fond memories when it comes to NCCU. One of my fond memories while at NCCU as a graduate student was being asked to return back to the Department of Kinesiology and Recreation Administration, formerly known as Physical Education and Recreation, to teach after graduation. So that was one of my fondest moments that I can remember as a graduate student at NCCU. I chose NCCU because after attending undergraduate at a HBCU, I still wanted to attend a HBCU for my master's degree. And the fact that NCCU offered an athletic administration degree, master's level, I chose NCCU for that reason. Also, I enjoyed the faculty in the Department of Kinesiology and Recreation Administration, formerly known as Physical Education and Recreation. So I really enjoyed the faculty there, and I am currently an assistant professor in the department where I was formerly a student. So I love the fact that NCCU gives back to its former graduates and allows us to come back and reach back to those that are coming through the same doors that we've gone through. Thank you.
Come on. It comes quick, Bree. It comes quick.
I'm over here enjoying my fish. Look.
Come on. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Hold that up so the people can see it. Hold on. There we go.
Andre did his thing. I'm over here tearing it up.
Come on, Andre. Come on, Andre. Yo, what did you think about that video that you just saw? All those Eagles doing amazing things. Lots of doctors, lots of accomplishments there. What do you think?
I literally just said, there's so many doctors, all these doctors. I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I mean, North Carolina Central breeds nothing but excellence, you know? So I'm loving it.
All right, our next guest is Dahlia Davies Flanagan. I'm going to pass her on to you, but I have to bring her in and say hello to my sister.
Yes.
There she is right there.
Hey, guys.
Hi,
What's up? Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming to you. I just want to say hello, and I'm going to pass you on to the very capable Brittany B. Enjoy yourself, and I will see you soon.
Oh my God, it might be very loud. I'm sorry. Is it loud?
You're on the road. All right,
we
Brittany.
are like middle of dinner time. I have my fish.
Yes. Hey, Dahlia. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I get to see you.
Hey, love. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming. I'm excellent. Just have to come through. Anything for the Eagles real quick?
So exactly. Okay, tell us where you at. I mean, I know you're in New York, right?
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
tell us what's going on. Like, what are you doing these days?
Right. So I produced TV for many years, right? Are they is it super loud? Is it super loud? Are they
No, I
I
can
guess
hear you. No, it's
you can hear
good.
me. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. After producing TV for several years, I ended up now I'm in the podcast space now. So I executive produce and host a podcast called Melanated Mom Talk. Everybody should subscribe. I would love that. So that's where all of my energy has been in these recent days. And it's a podcast. It's not just for moms. You don't even have to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody, talking about how we mother ourselves and how we mother our careers, and just, mothering as a verb.
Okay, now, yes, listen, y'all, I've known Dahlia, like, even when I was in undergrad, you were one of the only women that I looked up to that was like always doing her thing. Your head was on strong. And I was like, okay, when you're on campus, you kind of see like the upperclassmen that you kind of want to be like. And
Right.
and you were that for me. I was like,
Oh.
okay, like Dahlia, like she got her stuff together. Like, let me make sure I'm trying to go in the direction in which she's going.
Yes, and that's why I loved you and still do. Do anything
Yes.
for you. Anything
Oh,
for you.
thank you, babe. So tell us, like, what is your most memorable moment at Central? It doesn't have to be homecoming, but like, what did you just absolutely love about being at Central?
Well, there's so many memories, right? And we keep hearing people say that, and it's amazing to see people like Yazara. It's amazing, like, to have people like that around. So it's just that energy I found from me, coming up like a kid in the 90s. HBCU was the only way to go. It was, it was very like, we came from that kind of like Hillman kind of space. So, it was just going to an HBCU and being around Black excellence and the production of Black youth and Black conscious thought. And just everybody was on that same wavelength, and you didn't feel like you had to kind of fit or you didn't have to struggle when you go to class too, like everybody was like you. So you were there and you're like, okay, so letting the playing field is leveled and now we can just like excel from here. So I loved all of that. And sorority life too. I brought my little, I have to, Alpha Lambda,
Yeah, you
Alpha
got to put
Lambda
on
don't
the
go
sorority
far.
gear.
Alpha Lambda doesn't go far without each other. So sorority life also major for me.
Good. So, are you wanting your kids to go to Central? Like, what do you see for them?
I know these girls. I've been training them early. I've been training them early. And there's my little.
She's cute.
That's Brittany. I definitely would love for them to go to a HBCU. And I'm definitely going to bring them on all the HBCU tours. My husband.
Hi.
We're going to do it. No, because it's worth it. And you have to do it. You kind of have to. There's been, we've heard other Eagles on the night tonight already say, like, so many people fought for this. So many people fought to protect the space, to just get like accredited, like the things that went through. Like, we grew up in a time when you could go to an HBCU, but we shouldn't take for granted that not so long ago it was not even an option. Or if it was, it was like, it's like, push it. So yeah, we got to keep it going strong, and you got to keep the legacy of it all, I think.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm so thankful that you took time out of your busy life. You got a full family, husband, kids. You're running this podcast. I mean, we appreciate you so much. I don't know where Keon is at. Keon, where are you?
Maybe he has some... in New York City, the New York City chapter, the Metropolitan chapter, alumni chapter.
Yes. I got to come to New York. I haven't been to New York in I don't know how long.
Yeah, man, listen, you got to just quarantine for a few days, but then you come stay with me.
Listen, I'm in Atlanta, and they've been doing everything, so.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You got to come through. Please do not come to New York without coming by me, please.
Of course not.
Okay.
You have to quarantine. You have to
We got
quarantine
the
for 14
quarantine
days.
first. We got the quarantine first.
All right, guys. Thank you, Dolly Davies.
Anytime, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love Dahlia Davies Flanagan. Lord have mercy, love her. All right,
Yes.
Brittany. We have another guest that I want to introduce you to. You may have met Mamadou Sal. He actually is from Senegal, but he actually is living right now in South Africa. So why don't
Oh
we
wow.
bring him in together, and then we'll get on with it. Let's get Mamadou Sal there. What's up, Mamadou?
Hello.
Let me try unmute this. Hey, good to see you, Keon. How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. And this is Brittany B.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for being
Hi.
here.
Hey, sister, how you doing?
Good. Happy homecoming.
Yes, happy homecoming to all of you. Hey, sorry, man, I haven't been in the States forever, so I don't have my NCCU anything, but the heart is there. Huh?
Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Brittany. I know you need a break, so we'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Mamadou, what are you doing now?
Hey, yo, Keon, really, really great to connect with you. Huh? I've been following you very closely and very proud to see all of the important work you're doing. Hey, man, I've been traveling a lot. Huh? So in the last, I would say, 12 years, I've been moving from country to country. Every year or every 2 years, I move to another one, to another assignment, mainly working in places where there are wars going on. So now I'm heading the International Red Cross here in Southern Africa, so covering the 10 countries in Southern Africa. Before here, I spent 2 years in Geneva where I coordinated the Africa operations, big one, you know, and before that I was in Gaza, in Palestine, same, heading the operations there. And then, yeah, just, been in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and yeah, and a lot of tough places, you know, to bring the love, you know, the eager love to different corners of the world.
Let's talk about the Eagle Love. Talk about your great work, Mamadou. Amazing work that you're doing. Tell me about your matriculation. How did NCCU find you?
Hey man, that's a good question. I found NCCU. You know, I landed in the States. I landed in Massachusetts, and I went to school for 2 years in Massachusetts. But obviously, it was not the most diverse corner of the states. It was in Cape Cod. Uh, but very clearly, after 1 year there, I knew that before I leave the States, I wanted to have the Black experience. I wanted to go down south, and if possible, in an NCC, in a HBCU. And yeah, so there was I did the research, get connected. Eventually, I landed at NCCU, but I never regretted it. NCCU was just an amazing place for me to get that experience that I really needed before I left the States.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for that. If you were to speak to a current student on campus right now about Africa or about study abroad or about global mindset, what would you say to them?
Hey, I'll tell them, listen, the world is big. We all have to open our minds and our hearts to what's happening outside the walls of our countries, our communities, etc. It's all part of being morally conscious. Back in the 60s, and even before, our grandfathers, they were very connected to Africa. You know the story of Malcolm X. You know the story of Marcus Garvey. You know the story of even Martin Luther King came to Africa. So the connection between the homeland, the motherland, and Black America was very alive then, and it's important for this connection to be maintained. You know, this bridge to be maintained, because at the end of the day, we are one people. You know. So when I was in Central, and this is quite interesting, it was part of what I wanted to do while I was there, is to bring Africa to my friends there, just as I was, you know, embracing African American culture and experience. I thought that would have been a part of my contribution. So you remember, I was always the one who will, you know, take the floor here and there, organize things here and there, dressing with my dashiki, my funny hats, you know, just to show our brothers and sisters the beauty of the homeland, and it was fun.
Mamadou, when did you graduate?
Class of 2002, man. We were the best generations, man. We inaugurated the century, you know. So I landed in NCCU at 2000, and I graduated in 2002, and it was a great year. And I saw my sister Delia earlier, and yeah. I mean, it's really great caliber of friends that we had there. The professors were amazing. I remember I was in the political science department. I remember Dr. Hall, the guy, the man who introduced me to jazz and blues, to John Coltrane. He has a PhD probably in John Coltrane. And I remember I used to travel down south with him. We used to go to Atlanta and many other places to meet conscious Black political scientists. And on the way, he would play the jazz and break it down to me. And it was just amazing. It was like I was back in my village, listening to the griots, telling the story of the struggle.
Brother, so good to see you. Mamadou Sal from Senegal, but living in South Africa right now.
Absolutely, man. And I don't have my fish. I mean, it's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. But I had to stay up and so I can shout out at my brothers and sisters watching and keep the eagle pride.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Stay in touch. Happy homecoming, and I hope to
happy homecoming to you and to the families
soon.
Indeed. Hey, yes. We gotta make that happen, huh? See you soon.
We will.
All
Take
right,
care,
Mamadou.
Mamadou.
Happy homecoming. Cheers.
Happy homecoming.
Ciao.
All right, that was Mamadou Sal. Man, incredible. This is what homecoming is about. Seeing old friends, seeing people and talking about our matriculation. And this next guest is like none other, an old friend back in the day, Justin Crawford. I'm going to bring him in a moment. I want to chime in really quickly to Kenza really quickly, just to say hello. How you doing, Kenza? How you doing? Unmute.
I'm doing great. The show is phenomenal.
Are you looking at these comments?
Yes, it's so great.
They're coming so fast. I just want to say, hey, I'm gonna go to Justin. Of course, we know Justin. You want to say one sweet thing, one good thing about Justin? You want to start?
Justin is just a good dude. Always kind, always pleasant. Him and Ayana, I love this. There we go.
I appreciate those kind words, man. I appreciate it. You guys are lovely, and I'm happy to be here. I wish we were all together again on the yard, but 2020 is crazy.
Yeah. Who's this Corona Lachey DeVirus? Who is she? You know what I'm saying? What is she doing? Messing all kind of stuff up.
She's wilding out right now for sure.
All right, Kenza, I'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right, Kenza's the wing person. You know what I'm saying? She's with us the whole time, every day, every night. All right, Kenza. Sure. All right, Justin, what's the latest? What year did you graduate?
2004, man.
Of
2004.
Course. The illest squad. Thank you for coming on. I know you and the family are doing well. You and Ayana, your wife, also an Eagle. She played volleyball, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about your matriculation. How did NCCU find you?
So football scholarship for sure. I was looking at my story is a little bit different from others. I was kind of looking at. I'm from Charlotte, so I was looking at like UNCC. I was looking at ECU. For sports, I actually had an opportunity to go play Division I AA at Western Carolina University, but Central offered me the most money, and it was an opportunity for me to be amongst people that are like me. Growing up, that was something that was a little bit different for me. Honestly, I went to predominantly white elementary, middle school, high school, so that was something I was familiar with. But I'm extremely excited and happy that Central was the place that I decided to go to. I made a lot of good friends, a lot of relationships were built, still strong to this day. But yeah, definitely football. They offered me the most money for getting to school, so I took advantage of that for sure.
Well, I'm glad they had enough money to get you here. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about I guess, current day? I know that your daughter is an actress. I know that your son is an athlete. He does some other stuff too. What's the latest on the youngins?
So man, Tori is 15. She just turned 15 in September. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Kamari is 12. Yeah, I know. You know, she actually drives me around. We just went to the store a few minutes. A little bit ago, we just went to the store. She was like, "I'll be in the car," and you know, she's in the driver's seat. So I said, "All right, whatever, it's cool." But yeah, they're doing very well. Toria's taking, you know, a little step back from acting and everything. It is still in her blood. She still wants to do it. But at this point, you know, she's focused on volleyball. So, you know, following her mom's footsteps. And she's a phenomenal volleyball player. She's been playing since, man, she was probably playing in the womb, to be honest. You know, Yana was in the gym coaching, you know, at 8 months pregnant. You know, so Tori is continuing to play volleyball. She's in high school now, which is crazy. Kamari is in middle school. He's in 7th grade. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's just a well-rounded, very talented kid. Both of the kids are. So, yeah, they're growing extremely fast, too fast for me. But that's how life goes.
Oh man, hold on, I was doing too many things. Talk about Ayana, because she's not here in this moment, but she has achieved something very, very major in the realm of education. That's probably her saying, "Where?"
Yeah, that is her.
She's at a Montessori school. What's her new achievement?
Well, she actually works for American Montessori Society now. So that's a pretty big deal. That's they accredit Montessori schools in America, and she's pretty high up there. She is a person that schools reach out to for assistance in getting accredited. She helps them with their pathways, getting to where they need to be accredited. She is the liaison that everybody reaches out to across the United States for making sure that they either can get started in the accreditation process or continue down the path that they're already going to become better at what they do.
All right, Justin. So you have the final word to all the folks who are watching virtually this homecoming experience on this Fish Friday. You get the last word, sir.
You know, to be honest, man, I'll talk about some of my favorite times at Central, you know, really quickly. It was a lot of good times that we had. I don't know if you remember the campus-wide water balloon fight that we had. Extremely crazy. Somebody said that there was a snowball fight years ago, but we also had one. The community there is outstanding, man. I love Durham. I love Central in general. We brought our kids to homecoming several times, and every single time they have a blast. They enjoy seeing us in our element. They enjoy seeing all the people that are like them. And I think that Central will continue to grow. We do have to continue to be a part of the alumni associations, give back, give time back. If you can't give money, give time. Dedicate your time to Central and continue to make us the best HBCU in the world.
Come through. All right, Justin Crawford from the illustrious class of 2004. You know, 2004 gives more. Pushing 16 years being out of school, sir. All right, and then there's that part. Okay, Justin, thank you for always supporting me and supporting us. We'll take care.
Peace, man.
Peace. All right, Justin Crawford, my classmate. We're running behind, but we're getting everybody in. Guys, if you're in our back stage, we have a limit of people who can be in the backstage. So people are trying to get on, they can't get on. So if you can support us by logging out, you can go to youtube.com/Keon Brown and watch this live. So you can watch it live on YouTube. All right, let's get into this. Look, we got some historians up in here from the illustrious NCCU Department of History. Let's get Dr. Marcus Nevius and Dr. Takia Anthony in the building. How you guys doing today?
Hey, happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming. Come
Hello
on,
there, my
Beard.
brother. Hello to my sis.
Hey, it's good to see you guys.
Likewise, what's happening?
Great family in the building.
Come on, Beard.
Come on, Beard.
And then of course,
Blaming on limited visits to the barber shop.
Right.
This is true. And then Dr. Anthony and her straight hair, because I saw the process. If you follow her social media, it's a whole process to get it like that.
Oh yes, this is my homecoming do. I always straighten my hair for homecoming, and just because Corona is out here doesn't stop the tradition. So I had to straighten my hair myself. So yeah, bear with me, but we in the same boat.
All right, so I want to do this quick, but talk about kind of NCCU from a historical context. Why is it important that NCCU is around, or HBCUs? I'll just let you guys talk it out as historians and authors, and we'll talk about your books in a moment, but we'll start with Dr. Anthony.
Well, of course, NCCU being, to me, the ultimate HBCU, it's extremely important because, of course, we know that at one point in time during the Jim Crow era that African Americans weren't able to attend PWIs or predominantly white institutions. So NCCU being there in Durham to make sure that African Americans are educated, and we're so significant being founded by an African American, Dr. James E. Shepherd, for the betterment of African Americans to serve the African American community of Durham. I just want to point out that Durham just celebrated its sesquicentennial. It was chartered in 1869, and then of course we get North Carolina Central coming in 1910. So 40 years, after Durham is established, here's James E. Shepherd bringing forth education for African Americans in the Bull City. So happy homecoming, Eagles.
I got out. Look, I'm in New York, so people go honking horns. I'm muting myself. They're honking, doing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Dr. Nevius, you gotta come after that. What are your thoughts? Your opening thoughts?
Oh man, I mean, my sis, she just covered it all. But if I am to add anything, I would also say that professional historians have long had a relationship with the Department of History at North Carolina Central University. The illustrious Dr. John Hope Franklin, for example, whose career exemplifies Black history and exemplifies Durham, North Carolina, first taught at NCCU before moving on to different posts. Helen G. Edmonds, for whom the Edmonds Classroom Building is named, went to the illustrious Ohio State University. I'm saying that because I attended Ohio State University as well, but was very influential on the national level. And even Dr. Early E. Thorpe, who I recently talked about in the Dr. Thorpe lecture, was really groundbreaking in the way that he approached the intersection of Black history, of psychology, and the numbers of students that these scholars influenced and trained is just immense. North Carolina Central University's Department of History, of course, is known for having offered bachelor degrees to more than 100 students who have gone on to earn the PhD elsewhere. And so we stand on very, very strong shoulders and on a strong foundation that is rooted in the Black experience. And I'm just proud to be a part of that.
And I was recently on a call yesterday learning that NCCU Department of History is ranked number 19 nationally, just in departments of history nationally. We're talking about Harvard, nationally. What are your thoughts, graduates of the history department, Dr. Anthony?
Well, of course, as a former employee, I recently had to relocate home to Kentucky to help take care of my grandmother during this COVID situation. So unfortunately, I'm no longer at NCCU, but as a former employee, I can say that my colleagues work super hard in producing the next generation of scholars, as well as producing scholarship for the field. So, they are working so hard to maintain the legacy, like Nevia said, of Helen G. Edmonds and all the other scholars who have come before us. Sylvia Jacobs,
Yes.
to mention just a few, and the late Sylvia Jacobs, the late Beverly Washington Jones, who was our provost, and then of course the great Freddie Parker, We can't forget about Dr. Parker.
Come on, Dr. Parker. Dr. Anthony, the Universal Ethiopian Students Association, 1927-1948, Mobilizing Diaspora. That's your new book. Can you just give us a takeaway as we jump in and get that thing?
Absolutely. It is a Garveyite organization that was started once Marcus Garvey got deported in 1926. And so the Central Division of the UNIA, the Universal Negro Inclusive Association, came together and founded the UESA. And what my book does is it charts its development and takes an in-depth look at their literary journal, The African, which gives us some insight on the ideology of the members and the organization. John Henrik Clark was an early member of the organization. So, and that's what really got me interested in the topic, trying to be a John Henrik Clark scholar. So learning who he learned from was very important for me. And so you get the book from that.
Excellent work, Doc. Dr. Nevius, City of Refuge, Slavery, and Petite Marionage, I think I said, in the Great Dismal Swamp, 1763 to 1856. Come on, Dismal Swamp. I know about the Maroons a little bit. Tell me about that, sir.
Let me first just say my sister's book is excellent. I've had the pleasure of reading it, and I learned a great deal about the organizations that she writes about. So go on and get yourselves a copy of that book. City of Refuge, man, it's about the Great Dismal Swamp. It's about the South Side Virginia and Northeastern North Carolina, people who were enslaved there and people who also sought freedom in the Great Dismal Swamp away from the slave labor camps that several significant companies organized in order to be able to control slave labor. These companies traced to at least the mid-18th century, 1763, which is why that's a starting point of the book, and listed men, including George Washington, in the effort to bring enslaved people into the swamp and wrest from the swamp's landscape its natural goods, natural goods in order to build I'm struggling because my dog is in the background whining and it's really distracting.
Because I was like, well, I don't know what to say about the Dismal Swamp. That's going to be you, Doc.
Yeah, no, to enrich themselves is what I'm trying to say. Here we go, I got it back. But it's really also a story of freedom and resistance against that. And I became interested in it at North Carolina Central University, riding around on NC 54 down there and other roads, back roads, trying to imagine what it would have been like to be enslaved in this part of the country, and just thinking, there's no way that me, hubris that I had, would have remained enslaved with all of these places to run to. And so it's here. The University of Georgia Press is gracious enough to publish it for me, and I'm happy that it's done.
Well, we're going to jump in and just say, I am so proud of you, brother. I don't know if you remember those days when we were in the offices studying for comps. Well, you were helping me study for comps because I was a little confused and everything. And you stepped in as the big brother that you are and said, hold on, you got to think about it this way. And, you know, I knocked those comps out. So I can't wait to read your book, and congratulations. Congratulations. Look how far we've come.
Man, tell me about it. 10 master's degrees up in this house right now.
Exactly. NCCU History Department. And this is what HBCUs are all about, right? Making sure that you find those lifelong connections, not only just on campus, but outside, you know, within our profession, being able to call my brother and, you know, ask questions that I don't know, because we don't know everything. And he being able to sharpen my sword, because iron sharpens iron. I appreciate you. And Keon, thank you for setting this up.
Absolutely. Likewise. We're going to leave it there, Dr. Zakia Anthony and Dr. Marcus Nevius. Thank you all for helping us out with SECU from a historical context, and God bless you guys. Thank you. And happy homecoming.
Having us. Happy homecoming, everybody.
Bye, y'all. All right. Those are my classmates from the Department of History. We are running behind, guys. We need to get a couple folks out of here so we can get our next guest. We are a couple seconds away. Let me bring Brittany B back in. Brittany B, what's up?
What's up? I am
Hey,
back.
we got Zeta Goat that's trying to get in these streams. So let me talk to Jordan Parks and Sarah Fryer. What's up? We're going live. We're live. What's up, Sarah? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, happy homecoming.
Hey, happy homecoming.
What's up, Jordan? How are you?
Hey, what's going on? I'm good. How you doing? Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming to you guys. So we're really quick. We have a guest that's about to jump on, so we want to make sure that we get them in. Sarah, let's start with you. What does homecoming mean to you, and how are you celebrating this Fish Friday?
First of all, I just finished my fish. It was good. So homecoming for me, it just means just getting back with all the people that became like family to me and remembering my why as I go out here and educate these children and just going back to my roots.
Excellent, excellent. What about you, Jordan? What does NCCU mean to you, or what's homecoming?
I mean, for me, it's just really more about enjoying yourself.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Sarah, when did you graduate?
07.
07. And what about you, Jordan?
2015.
Okay, 2015. Okay, Brittany B, what you got to say?
I mean, listen, I just finished. Let's bring Andre in here. Look,
Bring Andre in here.
Andre, come on, hurry. We limited on time. No, I am just happy. I got, Andre here.
What's up, class of 07? Woo woo.
Yeah.
Yes.
NCCU track, sound machine.
Oh my God, nothing changes, bro. Nothing changes.
Yes, listen, no, I'm just so happy I have Eagles here in Atlanta. I'm glad that I can get with you guys virtually. I'm really enjoying myself, I'm having a good homecoming, even though it's virtual.
Excellent, excellent. Well, hold tight. Sarah, thank you so much for jumping on with us. Happy homecoming. Jordan, thank you for jumping on, joining us for this. Happy homecoming to you guys.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye.
All right,
thank you. No problem.
Take care. All right. Really quickly, we're trying to get, we got Zay the Goat, who does the NCCU anthem, and we were trying to get him on. So we're trying to clear the line for that for him. We got a couple people I want to jump in really quickly. Oh my gosh, we got Ayana. We've got Lawrence Fuller popping on. Let's bring him in. Lawrence Fuller, what's up, Lawrence?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm excellent.
Hey.
We got Brittany B here as well. Thank you,
Happy
man.
homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming, y'all. Blessings to y'all.
You're at your son's practice. Thank you for jumping in. We're talking about practice here. What's up, man?
Hey.
Hopefully, future Eagle, and hopefully he knows what his dad did for the football team at NCCU. Hopefully, he'll jump in at some point.
Right.
Lawrence, what's up? What's the latest with you?
Nothing, man. I'm in Richmond Hill, Georgia. Just I'm in Savannah right now. All his little teammates are coming by. That's a noise that you hear, but yeah, man, just living life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to raise this little guy. That's about it, man.
He may know about Zay the Goat. We're gonna get Zay the Goat on in a couple seconds. He might know about Zay. Look, what are you doing nowadays, Lawrence? Lawrence was vice president of SGA with me. I'm grateful for his service and I couldn't have done it without him. So thank you for all of this. You're responsible for all of this, Lawrence. But what are you doing now?
I'm in the healthcare analytics field. So I guess the best way for me to describe it is, how like sports teams have, all these analysts that help them make decisions and stuff like that. I just sort of do the same thing in the healthcare realm. And so that, that's what I'm into.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's important to you about NCCU?
Important to me?
Mm-hmm.
So just the HBCU experience is so important to me. Specifically NCCU is family. You know what I mean? So there's no place like NCCU. I got a ton of love for it. That's NCCU raised me into the man that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I hold a special place in my heart for it, and I always feel a certain way, just like just like returning home for Thanksgiving or going home for Christmas. That's the same way I feel like when I go home to NCCU.
Well, we're going to leave it there. Former Vice President of the Student Government Association, NCCU, Lawrence Fuller, and also you're the quarterback, right?
Yeah, I once was. Yes, sir.
And the former quarterback of the NCCU football team. Thank you, Lawrence. Happy homecoming, Brittany.
Yes, thank you, Lawrence. Happy homecoming. Glad you are still making things happen in other fields. Sounds like you're just doing great work. We appreciate you for coming on.
I appreciate y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Happy homecoming.
Say hey to wifey too.
I will do.
All right, take care.
All right.
All right, Brittany B. We got a couple people here, but we got Zay the Goat who's here. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for Zay the Go. I mean, listen, this is a new school central, but I'm with it, you know.
Let's pull him in. Let's see if he's there. There he is. What's up, bro? Uh-oh. He frozen. Screenshot.
He's frozen and it's dark.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. He in the studio. He in the studio. Oh no, he outside.
He outside.
Oh my God. Technical difficulties.
It's his car. He promises it's his car.
Where is he at? I can't see him.
He is Charlotte. Brittany, so Zay, I don't know if you've seen it, I'm sure you have, but he has the anthem, NCCU, I love my N, in front of my C, in front of my C, in front of my U. I got my NCCU. Yeah, so that's this guy, and you know, he came far after us. I'm gonna take him out till he get in there. Is he in?
Yeah. No, he got a lot going on right now, but he definitely did. Like I was telling you earlier, I was like, this is that new central.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar, but I love that we have an anthem. Like that's amazing.
I use it for all of our. I use it for all of our broadcasts because it's so catchy and it's so like incredible. People love it. Yeah. We're not gonna have time to play it tonight because we're running out of time. We're literally gonna go over, but I gotta get, I think Ayana's still on her. We're gonna say bye to Bass and Kenza and all this stuff. So we're gonna talk to Zay about what he's up to. I think he's ready. There you go.
There he is. He's in the studio.
In the
studio. He in the stew.
I'm back in action like Paxton.
All right, Brittany, I'm gonna do shotgun with you tonight with Zay. That's all
right. So Zay.
Talk to me.
Can you hear me? Okay, so I graduated in 2008. Are you still currently at Central, or when did you graduate?
Actually, I'm actually taking a break right now only because of how much things been moving so crazy for me. But I do actually plan on going back and finishing, and that's approximately within the next 6 months.
Okay.
6 to 8 months.
So when did you get to Central? Because like I said, I came out in 2008, so I don't know when you went in.
Yeah, see, you went in way before me.
You ain't gotta say it like that now.
Nah, I ain't saying it like that. I went in 2017.
Ooh, yeah, that would have been for about a whole decade.
Yeah. So that's a little minute right there.
After I left.
Right. Okay. So tell me about the song, about the NCCU song. Is that your fish?
My fish.
Yeah, it's Fish Friday. Is that fish?
Unfortunately, man, I want fish.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Okay, let's get back on track. So tell me about the song, NCCU anthem.
Well, I was in orientation, and I remember they were doing chants, like sword chants, like I like my N in front of my C, in front of my C, in front of my U. And then they kept doing other ones. And as they were doing the chants, I'm like,
uh-oh. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
As I was doing the as I was watching them do the chants, I'm like, dang, is this a song or something? They're like, nah, these just chants. So I'm like, oh my God. In my brain, I'm like, I'm finna make this a whole song and make it about the school. And then on top of that, like, I'm not gonna use no profanity. That was the big key for me. Like, don't use no profanity. And it was easy. It was actually kind of easy for me because my dad used to make me do that. Like, I couldn't cuss until I was 16. Like,
Okay.
I couldn't cuss in my music. Let me phrase it around him or thing. Like, I would have to literally like stay clean. So I had to
That's
go around
good.
it, and it taught me a lot, and it also helped enhance my music as well.
Okay, so tell us, like, what you said you're taking a break right now, but things are going really well with your career. So can you give us insight on like what's happening?
Well, right now, I'm the president of the label. It's called Social Currency. We have like 4 of the stars, and they all are very talented. Like, actually, one of them just graduated this year from NCCU, Lil John 4K.
Okay.
She's actually very talented. She's super talented. Also, I know we're more than we're more than just a label. We're like a brand. Like, Social Currency, like what people don't realize, it's like one of those. It's an enterprise. Like, it can do anything. You feel me? Like, that's
Okay.
the way to describe it.
It's an empire.
Yeah, but that's actually who we have a distribution deal with, Empire. So
Okay, nice.
everything's super dope, and they really show us a lot of love. That we actually just came from San Francisco about a week or 2 ago, and we performed our music in front of them, and they loved it. They went so
Oh,
crazy,
good.
going back in like 3 days. So
Oh, nice. Empire is a really good organization. So you're in some good hands. That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
no problem.
Zay, unfortunately, we're out of time, so we won't be able to play the music on this show. But we meet every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and we love to do a global premiere of your live performance that you did and you sent us to the NCCU anthem. You still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still there.
Okay, we missed you. I think they turned the lights off on you.
I don't know what's. People keep calling me, and then once people call me,
it goes dead.
Yeah.
All right, you famous now. We got to get your line free.
So look, thank you, Zay. I think you missed him. Did he leave?
He's out.
All right, thank you, Zay, that's Zay the GOAT. Zay the GOAT.
Zay the GOAT.
Come on, like I'm so grateful for him and all the work that he's doing. So Zay, if you want to stick around, we'll get you after we close this show. We want to continue to talk to you. Let's get Ayana and Justin back on so that we can get them on. We're already at time.
Were you supposed to be in the same space?
What's up?
Sorry, I didn't know.
She's in the office.
I was about to say, give me 10 seconds and I will move locations.
Well, I just want to say hello. We're at time. We're over time. I just want to say hello and congratulations, Ayana. Happy homecoming. Tell us briefly, really quickly, about the Montessori school and your big news and your new role, please.
Yes, sorry. Okay. And I apologize. I was late getting back here, but I have all my central. I've been rocking my central stuff all week long. I just got the position as the school accreditation manager and AMS. Sorry, I was sitting in the car too. I need to flip out my pro. Anybody tell me? And light just went out. So long story short, I help Montessori schools all around the country and all around the world to become accredited, approved, making sure that they are offering high quality Montessori programming in their schools. That's the best way to. And if you don't know what Montessori is, you gotta look it up. We don't have time.
Exactly. Cool. I want to finally say, if you can tell me, the group, one sweet thing about Justin and how y'all got together at NCCU, or if it wasn't NCCU.
Wait, what? What?
Talk about Justin. That's your husband, ain't it? It's about your It's about your matriculation, Ayana.
Okay, my matriculation. Okay, sorry, that's gonna sound rude. My matriculation goes well beyond and above any relationship. That is not a stab. I just want to put that out there. Women are more than relationships. However, I did meet Justin at early freshman orientation. It was called EOP back then. I don't know if that's what it's still called. I played volleyball. I was an athlete there, and he played football, and that's how we met. Yeah, it was probably at the party. As a matter of fact, I think. I think it was at a party.
Brittany, they're in the same house, and she looking at him, and he in the other room. They right there.
Right, that's so funny.
I didn't know I was supposed to be in the other room. Y'all already spoke to him, so I was going to try to.
No
She's
rules.
trying to have her own thing going on, Keon.
No rules.
Right?
No rules.
I was trying to make it seem like a thing.
Brittany, your final question, Brittany.
I don't have a final question, but back to you and the work that you're doing, like we were talking about voting earlier. Like, why do you feel like it's important, since we're on this women empowerment tip, right? We're independent, okay? Why do you feel like what is it about Black women right now, in this political landscape that we're in? How important is voting to you?
I'm going to say it this way. I work with children all the time, so I know that voting is important, but I think more important is our involvement in our local political processes. We have so many disheartened voters right now, especially young voters, because they're starting to realize how little direct power they have in the larger elections. But I think that's also because they don't understand how much power they have in their local elections and how much power that has in making sure that these national elections, their voices hold weight. So it is very important to vote. It is more important to get involved in the political process on a local level. If you don't know the people that are representing you at home, you have no idea who's representing you at the White House or anywhere else. So it is very important to vote. It is more important to educate yourself on the process and the people representing you. And that starts 4 years before the presidential election for anyone who isn't sure.
Yes, let us
and
know.
Beyond,
That's so true.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. We're at time. Ayana and Justin Crawford, thank y'all for being here, and thank you for always being a yes for the stuff I'll be throwing at y'all last minute.
Anytime. We got you.
Thank y'all. Take care, guys. Happy homecoming.
Bye.
All right, those are my classmates. Ayana, all of them. Okay, Brittany, before we go, let's bring in my partners in crime who really make all this stuff happen. Let's bring Kenza back in.
Yes.
And let's get Bass in here as well. Bass. Let's see, Bass is there. All right. Oh,
Homecoming.
And Trish. Come on, Trish. What's up?
Come on, Trish.
All right, guys, this is a squad. Here's Brittany B, Kenza McFadden, Bass, and Trish is there as well. Thank y'all for just supporting with this. Any final thoughts? We're at time, so let's start with Bass. Do you have any final thoughts on the show?
It was a great show. It was a phenomenal show. Putting this together was hard work. We thank so much for all the fellow alumni just joining in. Like Keon said, so many people want to join in. He's like, we got to get everybody. We got to get everybody. So if you wasn't able to get on the show, join us on NCCCU Live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 7:30. We out here, Eagles Alumni Network. Peace. Y'all enjoy y'all homecoming. We enjoy yourself. Fish Friday. We got that salmon, that fried salmon on deck too. You heard?
They're in Atlanta, Brittany. You should holler at them.
We're in Atlanta.
Okay, yes, we're here.
All right, Kenza.
Happy homecoming, everyone. Thank you. This was a phenomenal show. Shout out to the class of 04 and Alpha Lab this spring 02. A lot of my line sisters are tuned in, so this was beautiful. Brittany, congratulations to you and all you're doing. Keon, Dad, much love to all the NCCU alumni.
All right, guys. Trish, did you have anything as a hopefully future Eagle? Send some of the children to NCCU.
I just like to say that this salmon is amazing.
You already know it's gonna be an Eagle.
Look, like a true tailgate.
Yes,
they don't even watch the game. We just come to eat. That's good. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bass. And thank you, Kenza, for all your hard work and all your partnership
Yes,
on this.
thank you.
Thank y'all.
EAA.
All right, guys. All right. Kenza, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to end here with my co-host and friend, Brittany
Thank
B.
you, Keon, so much. I mean, listen, you know I got your back.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you for bringing me in, you know, with what you've done with this virtual live fish fry. I mean, you know, I always try to stay connected and you helped me do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I love my NCCU. I just love my HBCU. Oh, we got Andre. He wants to say bye.
Appreciations to you, Keon, for creating this space because we definitely need this, especially in these times. So appreciations to you. You've always been that person, that guy on Central's campus, even when I was there. So good job. Thank you.
Yes.
Good to see you,
Thank
Andre.
you, Keon.
Thank you, Brittany. All right. Well, we're going to close it there. We're so grateful for you guys for watching. Thank you to all the people who, I mean, the cheerleaders sent stuff in, the dance girls sent stuff in. We weren't able to get it on here. We're going to put it all together and we're going to put it on NCCU Live. So y'all make sure that y'all log in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, wherever you're watching this. It's right there. Thank you guys for this. If you haven't joined the Alumni Association, do it. nccualumni.org. and give a recurring gift to the university. Go to eaglesgive.com and it'll take you right there. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank
Brittany
you.
B. Happy
Bye.
homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Bye, guys.
Bye.